What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Gotta give it up to the guys today. Today was a really, really good pod. And of course, the absence of Marc, Melyssa, and Ice were noticed, but I can't say they were necessarily felt. And I know today was a good pod because they didn't get to the Prize Picks ad until the 2-hour mark. Normally, whenever they're rushing to get to that Prize Picks ad at the hour mark, it's because they're running out of topics. It's because they're running out of steam. You can tell the cohesion isn't there. But when times like this occur and they have to remember to do the Prize Picks ad, it's because they're in their bag. And that was one of today's episodes. Or that was today's episode, I should say. I really wish Ish would run the pods back. I wish he could see how much different he pods whenever he's happy as opposed to whenever he's in his grumpy old man mood. Looking like Ozzie Davis, Walter Matthau, and them, John Lemon, or was it Jack Lemmon? I don't know. I remember watching that movie as a kid. He reminds me of them so much. And for no reason, like, bruh, you're loved up here. Flip tells you all the time. This is why Flip was getting on your backside in the last episode, saying, you're afraid to go back and forth with Marc, Lamont, hell. It's because you don't want that facade to wear off. But whenever he's goofy and jovial, it makes for a way better pod. Shout out to Imani. Shout out to Imani for being on the main episode. Clearly, I was wrong. Over here calling for this nigga to get fired and suspended. I can't run from that. Like I didn't put that into the ethos. My bad, Imani. Salute to your friendship with Joe. Salute to the contribution that you bring to the pod. Because I'm not even going to shit on it. You are killing all these interviews, especially if they're musical guests. You're killing it. You're contributing to all the musical topics. Like I said, today's episode, it took them 2 hours to get to the ad read, and they were speaking about music the whole time, playing snippets from the music, breaking it down. You could tell they actually did their homework on these projects. And then Imani, like I said, he was chiming in with good musical takes, taking the conversations further. So I apologize for calling for you to get your top peeled back off this motherfucker. Salute to you. Salute to how you and Marc are handling this. Of course, y'all are going to continue the narrative since the community put it out in the ethos in the first place. Y'all didn't make a big deal about it on the show. I'm glad you apologized to Melyssa because that did come off very aggressive, especially when she had nothing to do with it, especially when all your anger is directed towards Marc. So I'm not going to call for you to apologize to the whole room, even though that's what I did initially. Y'all have to remember, guys, I thought that was a CD case. That's why I took it to where I took it. But shout out to Imani and his contribution, because Joe's saying it. Hey, I ain't got that many more friends that I could call to replace y'all niggas, because I'm not bringing in this new chick that's supposed to be here in September yet. But speaking of which, the new chick is coming because the old chick can't get her mind made up. She don't know if she want to be here or not. She left abruptly on the Patreon. Today's a new day, and we have to remember these Patreon episodes that come out on Friday, they get recorded on Tuesdays. So Friday was the day that they were supposed to meet up for the episode, and she's not there. And in typical fashion, when Melyssa Ford misses a podcast, I go straight to her Hot and Bother page to see if she dropped there. Ding, 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 she did. So that's a sign. We gotta be paying attention. There's inside turmoil happening there, but as a result of her absence and as a result of Marc's absence, the guys weren't concerned about the narratives. They weren't concerned about what Joe was going to say about Mel, what Joe was going to say about Marc, and the dynamics that they bring. They were solely able to be themselves. And then you could see, hey, these niggas really might be friends. These niggas really might be friends because they're not forcing a conversation. So that's something to take note of. If you want the cohesive pod, if you want the pod that seamlessly goes through, this is the squad. And I notice he's been saying that a lot because he's trying to boost the morale and continue the narratives. Notice how many narratives were brought up in today's episode. There weren't any. Ish was open because Ish actually fucks with Imani, and they were sitting next to each other when Imani did it right. Everybody was open. Flip, wasn't in his I love Joe bag as much as he has been, even though he still was, and for whatever reason, he's going to show Joe admiration every single pod, but he wasn't dick riding Joe this entire pod. The jokes was hitting. It was funny. So there's a lot to take away from this episode. Hopefully, when the co-hosts come back, because I do think something happened with Melyssa, but I'm going to be mum on the narrative. We got to wait another episode because, of course, she's going to miss the next Patreon, too. We got to wait till next Saturday to see if she's coming back, and then I'll let that narrative fly like a motherfucker. But in the absence of 3 main mics, I think they did pretty good, and I'm not mad at all. You didn't see anybody in the comment section saying, where's everybody else? You didn't see anybody in the comment section saying there's too little mics. It's always when everybody's there, unless they're vibing, there's too many mics. But you didn't see there's too little. So I know Joe's going to be paying attention to this episode, especially if it does numbers whenever it releases tomorrow on YouTube. But as always, I appreciate y'all. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you have it. If you have, you already know how we rocking. You already know what it is with us. Wait, before I forget, y'all go subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/elevation. Your boy got 2 new series up there. Friday Elevation, where we speak on things happening in life, whether it's my personal life or just things outside going on. And Elevated Thought, where we take this to another level, what we're doing on the Joe Budden Network and everything else. But y'all got to go to Patreon to subscribe. And of course, I got another video on things occurring behind the scenes, having to deal with prize picks. Y'all go check that out. I appreciate all the support. Oh, and another thing, the community tab. YouTube just let me know that I can open up the community tab to everyone in the community. I want to make sure that we use that respectfully. I don't want y'all disrespecting everybody else in there. Y'all could throw shots at me, that's cool, but I don't want y'all disrespecting everybody else. That way, it keeps it open for everybody else to engage. Feel free to send suggestions. Feel free to send comments on videos that didn't get the just due that you feel they deserved, and whatever topics that y'all want to speak on pertain to the JVP and the whole ethos. I'm going to open that up to y'all. But please, like I said, be respectful to everybody in there. We want the community to grow. We don't want it to become stagnant because everybody's disrespectful to everyone else. But I'll see y'all a little later today. Go to the Patreon. Go to Twitter. Go to Instagram. I'm sure I have them in the description now. Finally taking that part seriously too. Anyway, peace.